Hi, Nigel. Gosh, time flies when you're avoiding responsibility, doesn't it? 21 days now since the grooming gang survivors demanded an apology from you after you misrepresented them in your press conference. You see, I find that shocking. But I also find it shocking that the press can do a major interview with you and not bring it up, and instead talk to you about something that was never going to happen and ask you what you thought about it as if it was going to happen. It's almost like Preston was struggling what to ask you about. I mean, I'm amazed that journalists have let this story go. I'm just thinking about how much they hounded Angela Rayner over a stamp duty question. But other than just point out that you didn't buy the house that you said that you'd bought and claimed that your partner had bought it because she just happened to have that much cash lying around, even though it doesn't seem like she came from money or that she's earned that sort of money, they seem fine with that. It's almost like if you're part of the establishment, which let's face it, you are, it's okay to do a bit of tax dodging, allegedly. If you're a working class northern woman that's made a mistake, all hell breaks loose. Or Preston could have put you under a little bit of scrutiny to find out why Reform, that is known to have had a Russian asset within its senior management team, haven't investigated to find out if there are any more Russian assets working with them. Seemingly that's okay. Like Nathan Gill isn't even a household name. That's how little the press have reported on this. Which is odd considering you said exactly the same as Nathan Gill in the EU Parliament. I'm not suggesting you got paid for it. I'm just saying it's interesting, isn't it? Anyway, speaking of well dodgy, why are Reform trying to stop the press reporting on things that don't look so good for Reform? I thought you were all about free speech. I mean, it appears that you're using, to use your term, lawfare to stop a valid story coming out. Meanwhile, great to see the autism charities coming out and naming Deputy Dick as being a complete dick. Now, I get it, you guys are all a little bit limited in your thinking, but it is ludicrous, isn't it, that Deputy Dick is trying to say that we should just treat all children as different and not acknowledge that some children that have SEN actually need additional help in schools. The charity points out that Deputy Dick in his speech the other day was actually stigmatising children with additional needs, which, and I've tried to explain this to you, means that in the longer term it's going to cost you more to help those children because you're going to avoid doing early interventions that could be transformative for them. Now, I know I've asked this question before as well, but maybe you could tell the electorate why you have a problem with intelligent women challenging you. For a party that says that they're all about protecting women and children, it's very odd to find such a misogynist, a 1970s response to a female journalist asking you a very valid question. Who knows the gender of the ICO officer that has suggested that Reform was fabricating evidence in a case? I mean, it's hard to think that we can trust you with the country when you can't even protect the data of your members, the people in the cult, with an L. Whilst I understand your political excitement at talks of Keir Starmer being ousted, do you not think it's ironic that you're the leader of a party where you can't be ousted? You see, I might disagree with the fact that Labour are trying to oust Starmer, or indeed are they? Is it just a right-wing propaganda? Who knows? But the fact of the matter is, at least it proves that Labour is a democratic party, unlike Reform, because the members actually can't get rid of you. So I'd be saying, don't be talking about leadership battles. It's not really a badge of honour to say that you're not going unchallenged because you fiddled the system that means they can't get rid of you. Colour me shocked to see yet another councillor losing the Reform whip. What I find fascinating about it is that it was known that this councillor was in a far-right WhatsApp group for a few days and you refused to get rid of them. I mean, you might be the leader, but you're a very weak leader, aren't you, Nigel? Though not as weak as the leader of the Reform Council down in Kent, our Captain Chaos, Lyndon. Who would have thunk it? Because it seemed like Kent was going so well for you. Let's not forget that was your flagship council. It turns out that the jewel in the Reform crown has managed to increase the deficit from 27 million in quarter one to 46.5 million in quarter two. To be honest, I thought that must be an exaggeration, so I went to the report myself to have a little look. It's very clear, though, the scale of the overspend is unprecedented and presents a critical risk to the financial stability of the authority. Now, to add context, Captain Chaos didn't start the crisis. There was already a crisis down in Kent. However, she has made it so much worse. If you don't mind me saying, maybe she should have spent more time in Kent as opposed to swanning around the country trying to be supportive of, like, the by-election down in Caerphilly. Seemingly, Kent needed her help a little bit more. Or she could have just ran some of the committees and stopped losing all the councillors. Or, actually, even better, Nigel, you could have vetted the councillors in the first place, which would have meant that she wouldn't have been losing the councillors. Either way, it's a right old mess, isn't it? Anyway, don't forget that apology, as you were.